Governor Monday Obolo to flag off palliative work on the failed portions of the Auchi to Kakumo Highway. Coordinator Office of Edo First Lady Adesina Nani warns Edo people against activities of human traffickers. EBS X-rays preparedness of political parties ahead of the Edo by-election. And today's radio editorial is on political governance. Once again, welcome to the News at Dawn. Edo State Governor Monday Obolo will today, the 31st of July 2025, flag off emergency palliative work on the failed sections of the road connecting the Auchi, Gara, Agitoro, Neme, Neho, Ayegunle, Ekwesa, Ibilo, Eko, Ikiroke, Ikakumo Junction in Akoko Edo local government area, Edo State. And the move is a swift response to the lamentations of residents of Akoko Edo regarding the neglect of the road by the previous administration, despite its strategic importance to the state. The palliative work on the road is part of efforts by the governor to ensure safer roads, stronger communities, and better connectivity, and real results. Still, the governor, Monday Obolo, has been commended by residents of Amufi and Abo Road in Benin City for his efforts to improve road infrastructure across the state. And the governor's commitment to revamping the state's road network was on full display during his recent inspection visit to the ongoing reconstruction work in the area. And Government House correspondent Moses Aboma completes the report.
Amufi Road in Benin City, the state capital, has been in a state of disrepair for years and is gradually gaining attention due to the installation of side drains and new pavements. Pedestrians and motorists who have long suffered the consequences of the poor road condition expressed gratitude to the governor for his timely intervention. The governor also visited Akoko, where palliative repairs are underway, though the full reconstruction of the road has already been awarded and flagged off to reduce hardship in the interim for road users. Similarly, Governor Obolo inspected the construction of the flyover at Ramat Park, the first of its kind in the Benin metropolis, where he emphasized the importance of maintaining high quality standards and ensuring steady progress on the landmark projects.
He's taking this work very straight to Asada. He's going to the, at the end of the day, 10 plates, 5 of these are put on the other side. Now what we are doing now is palliative, to make the road look living. Remember that when this road was flagged a few months ago, the Minister for Works was here. This is a threat of that flag off. And this is demonstration of the President's renewable agenda for our people.
The governor's efforts to revamp road infrastructure are expected to have a significant impact on the lives of residents and commuters alike. Moses Akon, EBS News.
The Speaker, Edo State House of Assembly, Blessing Ababaku, has directed all House standing committees to complete their assignments within 2 weeks or face sanctions. Ababaku handing down the warning during plenary, and Assembly correspondent Robert Bebo has the report.
Blessing Ababaku said the activity has become imperative to clear the backlog of pending committee work. The Speaker made it clear that for this reason, Parliament will not meet throughout the period in question.
First Lady Edesi Anani was Wednesday staged in Benin City as part of activities to mark World Day Against Trafficking in Persons. Juliet Samuel Hussein reports that the message of not falling into the hands of human traffickers formed the crux of the message at the rally.
The Day Against Human Trafficking, which is July 30th, is designed by the United Nations to raise awareness of human trafficking and advocate for the rights and protection of its victims, which rose by 25% between 2019 and 2022. Women and girls made up 61% of the detected victims. Child victims increased by 31% since 2019 and 38% rise amongst girls. Men and boys are more often trafficked for forced labor or criminality, while girls are inhumanly subjected to sexual exploitation. Of the figures, which is across 156 countries, Sub-Saharan Africa accounts for about 28% of victims detected globally in 2022. For this, the coordinator of Edo First Lady's office, Edesi Anani, wants Edo to be out of the negative data. Going forward, ignorance of the law is inexcusable, and modalities for the tracking and persecution of persons involved in illegal trafficking through the Edo Migration Agency is active. The sensitization rally took participants to major roads in Benin Metropolis with a stopover at the State Secretariat of NUG, where Festus Alenke is chairman. Others speak.
We are speaking around words. No to trafficking, no to illegal migration, no to all forms of sexual assault. Edo State has zero tolerance for trafficking. We must try to find
Human trafficking is organized crime and the exploitation is this year's theme. Juliet Samuel Asay, EBS News.
And still on the matter, as the world marks the 2025 Day Against Human Trafficking in Persons, the Zonal Command of the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, Benin City, in its bid to accelerate actions against child trafficking this Wednesday, put together a roadwalk to raise more awareness on the illicit business, which was tagged a fight to the finish. Isabella completes the report.
Benin Zonal Office of the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, saw participants drawn from sister security agencies, Ministry of Education, that of Women Affairs, FIDA, Edo State Migration Agency, human rights activists, persons with disabilities, students from various schools, corps members, amongst others, going through major roads and streets in the GRA axis of the state capital, with coordinators taking turns to sensitize members of the public on the need to shun all forms of activities relating to human trafficking.
sexual exploitation. Some of them are
communicated plans to deploy renewable energy battery storage systems to enhance the stability of the national electricity grid. The initiative aims to enable the integration of 4,200 megawatts peak of solar photovoltaic power into the national grid by 2030. At the inaugural workshop on the Nigeria Battery Energy Storage System feasibility study hosted by the Transmission Company of Nigeria in collaboration with the African Development Bank Group and the Sustainable Energy Fund for Africa, the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, emphasized the urgency of addressing energy shortage and storage challenges as solar and wind power continue to gain traction in the country. The Minister of Education, Dr. Olatunji Alausa, has backed the introduction of compulsory and random drug integrity tests for students in tertiary institutions across the country. And this decision followed a meeting in Abuja on Wednesday with the chairman of Chief Executive of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Brigadier General Muhammad Marwa, retired, where both parties discussed measures to curb substance abuse among students. A statement on Wednesday by the NDLEA's spokesman, Femi Babafemi, said Alausa also proved a review of the current secondary school curriculum to incorporate updated drug education and committed to forming an inter-ministerial work group within the NDLEA. Babafemi said the NDLEA boss had proposed a three-pronged approach, which include revising drug education content in schools, introducing standalone drug abuse prevention programs in secondary schools, and implementing a drug testing policy for tertiary institutions. EBS on Star Times, Channel 113, GoTV, Channel 141, and Terrestrial, Channel 45. For the latest news and information, be sure to visit our website at ebsng.com. Join the conversation and listen live, ebs.com/radio. And subscribe to EBS on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and X at EBS Benin. This news is reaching you live from EBS Radio, Benin City, Edo State. And of course, more to come as preparations are in top gear for the forthcoming elections in part of Edo State. Stakeholders from different political parties are making frantic efforts to prepare for the big day. Details of this and more after the break. Good morning.
Service 95.7 FM.
Sunday at 8 p.m. Tune in to From the Calvary, where powerful messages and sermons from the pulpit are brought directly to you, right from the heart of the church to the comfort of your home. Churches and ministries, here's your chance to share the word with a wider audience at a moderate and affordable charge. For more details, contact the commercial department at Edo Broadcasting Service at Duawa, Benin City, or call 0802-893-6697. From the Calvary, let the message be heard. Your morning in full. Join us as we dive into the headlines from top national dailies and have fun with the crew while doing it. I'm the only one that's not embarrassed.
Because she calls you daddy.
Oh no. And take your reactions live. Hot stories, mistakes, and your voice in the mix. Don't miss it. It's the newspaper update. Weekdays 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. The best way to start your morning on EBS Radio 95.7. Proudly sponsored by MTN.
Edo Broadcasting Service, 95.7 FM. News.
Very good morning to you and welcome back to the news at dawn. We're going right back into the details as preparations are in top gear for the forthcoming by-elections in part of Edo State. Stakeholders from the different political parties are making frantic effort to prepare for the big day. And EBS Friday Emoto has details of this report.
As Edo State prepares to go into another round of by-elections to fill both Edo Central Senatorial District and Abia Federal Constituency seats on August 16, 2025, the various political parties are gearing up for the big day. These vacancies arose due to the election of Monday Okpebholo as governor of Edo State and the resignation of Dennis Idahosa from House of Representatives to become deputy governor. Speaking on the preparations by their various political parties, APC State Publicity Secretary Peter Uwajai, State Chairman of the Labour Party Elizabeth Ativie, and PDP Chieftain Owe Dixie Imasugi saying they are prepared for the forthcoming by-elections in Edo State as strategies have been put in place.
The level of preparedness is top gear. The party chairman did inform the public that we are going to campaign more than ever before. We are going to campaign as if we are never involved in any elections prior to now. We are really, really prepared. And the day of the election, other parties vote for Labour Party because we make sure candidates that are viable with integrity and have value for add to the team. Normally, and according to the law, we are prepared and we will follow the proceedings according to the law to the end.
Some Benin City residents appealed to the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) to give room for free and fair election in the forthcoming polls.
I just want to encourage the INEC to come out to cast the vote, and to the INEC, they should try and make things better for the citizens. So let's not to lose their hope and trust in INEC. My message to INEC is not about the needful. They should remain impartial. They should remain unbiased as the electoral empire. Let them give fair and fair election. Anybody that votes for any political party, let their candidate, let them go and campaign. Let their candidate, the candidate go and do their own work. What is good for them? And let INEC be sincere.
The 2025 Edo State by-elections is scheduled to hold August 16, 2025. Friday Ehimoto, ABS News.
And still on the issue, the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Mahmoud Yakub, has reaffirmed the Commission's commitment to strengthening the integrity of local government elections conducted by the state independent electoral commissions. The INEC boss also warned that conducting local government elections without serving the mandatory notice long before the election contravenes the law. He made these points at the Commission's headquarters in Abuja during a courtesy visit by the newly inaugurated executives of the Forum of State Independent Electoral Commissions of Nigeria. And our Abuja correspondent Henrietta Mamadou has the report.
The Forum of State Independent Electoral Commissions of Nigeria was led by its national chairman and chairman of Kogi State Independent Electoral Commission, Maman Eri. Addressing the visitors, Yakubu notes that INEC and the state electoral commissions have a joint responsibility to ensure credible electoral processes. He expressed concern over the quality and credibility of local government elections in many states, maintaining that credible local government elections are fundamental to democratic development.
The challenge of local government elections and the quality of the elections. So I hope there will be an opportunity for us to close the session to discuss how INEC and partner state electoral commissions to continue to improve the quality of
emphasizing the importance of giving long notice before local government elections, say failure to do so contravenes the Electoral Act.
Recent announcement by the State Electoral Commission, which gives in effect 21 days notice, is not only a violation of the law and the subsisting judgment of the Supreme Court, it is also a practical problem. Within 21 days, how do you expect political parties to conduct primaries, nominate candidates, organize campaign, and for the Electoral Commission to conduct voter education, record and train adult staff, manage logistics, and organize security for the election?
Earlier, the Forsaken chairman outlined the key areas in which the body seeks INEC support to include technical assistance, capacity building, and knowledge sharing. He asserts that credible local government elections are fundamental to democratic development, stressing that with the support of INEC, Forum of State Independent Electoral Commissions can deliver processes that reflect both national expectations and international standards.
The new leadership of Forsaken is focused on deepening electoral integrity, promoting transparency, and enhancing synergy with INEC. We believe that a more coordinated and collaborative relationship between INEC and SIEC is essential for the consolidation of democracy, particularly at the grassroots level.
From the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Henrietta Momodu, ABS News.
The Central Bank of Nigeria has clarified that its early exit package rolled out in 2024 was purely voluntary and not designed to target employees from northern Nigeria, contrary to some circulating claims. The Deputy Governor in charge of economic policy at the Apex Bank, Mohammed Abdullahi, made the clarification in Kaduna during a panel discussion at a two-day interactive forum on government-citizen engagement hosted by the Sir Ahmadu Bello Memorial Foundation. He said the initiative was introduced due to the overcrowded conditions at the CBN headquarters in Abuja and had no regional or ethnic motives, adding that the severe congestion raised safety concerns from insurers, prompting the need to reduce the number of staff at the Abuja location. Today's radio editorial is on political governance.
There is a pressing need to deepen logic and rationality within political governance in a democratic polity. This aligns with Plato's concept of the philosopher king. In the Republic, Plato suggested in a significant sense that philosophers should be made kings, or that kings should be encouraged to study philosophy. Through this perspective, Plato was not necessarily asserting that only philosophers are suitable to occupy political offices, but rather emphasizing that political office holders should possess the rational capacity to articulate and prioritize the public interest above personal gain. Truly, it requires astute logic and established rationality to effectively identify and prioritize the needs of the populace in political governance. Unfortunately, we often witness scenarios today where public interests are eroded in favor of personal greed by many political operators. These politicians frequently respond to calls for accountability with insidious fallacies. While accountability remains a fundamental pillar of democracy, these political elites tend to react with hostility whenever they are held to account. More often than not, criticisms of public officials' misconduct are met with ad hominem attacks. Ad hominem is an argumentative fallacy where, instead of addressing the substance of the allegations, the person making the claim is targeted. Ad hominem is fallacious because an individual's personal character is logically irrelevant to the truth or falsehood of their statement. When fallacious rhetoric gains ascendancy over sound logical reasoning in political discourse, the principles of democracy and public trust are severely undermined. As a way forward, these suggestions are proposed. 1. Those in political authority should learn to tolerate criticisms and calls for accountability. Responses to allegations should be grounded in logic and truth. 2. Public office holders should endeavor to understand and apply universal principles and philosophical insights to the realm of governance. 3. The importance of a moderate lifestyle for political leaders cannot be overstated. Such conduct fosters public confidence and credibility with the electorate. And finally, by prioritizing the collective good above personal gains, political elites send a strong message of justice and equity to the electorate.
And that was today's radio editorial produced by Godwin Enobahale. And there you have it. That concludes the news at dawn. But to end the news, here's a look at some of our top stories. The Governor, Monday Apollo, to flag off palliative work on the failed portions of the Auchi to Kapuna Railway. Coordinator, Office of the First Lady, Alessia Nani, has warned Edo people against activities of human traffickers. EBS has x-rayed preparedness of political parties ahead of the Edo by-elections. And that was the news at dawn, edited by Clement Osera. Once again, my name is Osatu Hame Usunde. Thank you for listening.